Upbeat, nostalgic 90s-style intro music fades slightly to the background. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a time machine back to a truly magical summer, a tournament that redefined the World Cup as we know it. We're talking about the 1998 FIFA World Cup in France. This was a World Cup of firsts. It was the first time the tournament expanded to 32 teams, opening the door for debutantes like Croatia, Jamaica, Japan, and South Africa. It was a festival of football, spread across 10 stunning venues in 9 cities. From the brand new Stade de France in Saint-Denis to the vibrant Stade Velodrome in Marseille. The official song, La Copa de la Vida, by Ricky Martin, became a global anthem, and the mascot, a Gallic rooster named Footix, was absolutely everywhere. France was ready to put on a show, and boy, did they deliver. Let's dive into the group stage, which was packed with drama. In Group A, a star-studded Brazil, led by the phenomenal Ronaldo, topped the group as expected. But the real story was Norway, who stunned Brazil 1 in their final group match to clinch second place, sending Morocco home on a technicality. Group B saw Italy cruise through, but it was chilly, with the incredible duo of Marcelo Salas and Ivan Zamorano, who captured hearts. They drew all 3 of their games, scoring in each, to scrape through to the knockout stages. The host nation, France, was in Group C, with a golden generation featuring Zinedine Zidane, Didier Deschamps, and Lilian Thuram. They were flawless. 3 wins, 9 goals scored, and only 1 conceded. They looked every bit the title contender, with Denmark joining them in the next round. Group D was the group of death. Spain, despite a strong squad, suffered a shocking 3-2 defeat to Nigeria in their opening match. That loss proved fatal. The Super Eagles, with their dazzling attacking football, won the group, and Paraguay's stern defense earned them the second spot, sending Spain packing in a major early upset. In Group E, the Netherlands, boasting talents like Dennis Bergkamp and Edgar Davids, topped the group, playing their famous total football. They were joined by Mexico, who fought their way through with their characteristic passion and flair. Group F was politically charged, featuring a historic clash between Germany and a spirited Yugoslavia, who played out a tense 2-2 draw. Both advanced, but the real global headline was the match between the USA and Iran. In a game surrounded by immense political tension, both teams displayed incredible sportsmanship, exchanging gifts and posing for a joint photo before Iran secured a memorable 2-1 victory. Over in Group G, Romania, with Gheorghe Hagi pulling the strings, surprisingly topped the group ahead of England. Remember the whole team bleaching their hair blonde? That was this tournament. England, with a young Michael Owen and David Beckham, did enough to secure second place, setting up a legendary knockout clash. And finally, Group H, Argentina, led by the prolific Gabriel Batistuta, dominated with 3 straight wins without conceding a single goal. But the feel-good story was the debutantes, Croatia. With players like Davor Šuker, Zvonimir Boban, and Robert Prosinečki, they played with immense national pride and skill, finishing second to announce their arrival on the world stage. Now for the knockout rounds where legends are made and hearts are broken. The round of 16 gave us some absolute classics. Italy edged out Norway 1-0. Brazil, with Ronaldo and Rivaldo in full flow, comfortably dispatched Chile 4-1. The hosts, France, had a massive scare against Paraguay. Denmark pulled off a stunning 4-1 thrashing of a very talented Nigerian side. But the match of the round, and perhaps the entire tournament, was Argentina versus England. It had everything: a wonder goal from a teenage Michael Owen, a clever free-kick routine finished by Javier Zanetti, a red card for David Beckham for a petulant kick at Diego Simeone, and ultimately, a dramatic penalty shootout. Argentina's goalkeeper, Carlos Roa, became the hero, saving 2 penalties to send England home in the most heartbreaking fashion. The quarterfinals continued the drama. Italy and France played out a tense, goalless draw, leading to another penalty shootout. This time, France held their nerve, with Didier Deschamps' side winning 4-3 to keep the home crowd's dream alive. Then came another all-time classic, Netherlands versus Argentina. It was a chess match until the final minutes. With the score tied 1-1, Dennis Bergkamp produced a moment of pure genius. He controlled a long pass from Frank de Boer with a delicate first touch. sidestepped a defender with his second, and volleyed the ball into the top corner with his third. It was an iconic goal that sent the Dutch to the semifinals. Meanwhile, Brazil's journey continued as they overcame a spirited Denmark 3-2 in a 5-goal thriller, and the surprise package Croatia continued their fairy tale run. They stunned the world by dismantling the mighty Germany 3-0, with Davor Šuker scoring a goal that would help him on his way to the Golden Boot. The debutants were in the World Cup semifinals. The semifinals were incredibly tense. In one, Brazil faced the Netherlands. Ronaldo scored early, but a late equalizer from Patrick Kluivert sent the match to extra time and then penalties. Brazil's keeper, Claudio Taffarel, was the hero, saving 2 penalties to send the defending champions back to the final. In the other semifinal, the host nation France faced the dark horses, Croatia. The dream run for Croatia looked set to continue when Davor Šuker gave them a shock lead right after halftime. The Stade de France fell silent, but then an unlikely hero emerged for France. Defender Lilian Thuram, who had never scored for his country in over 40 caps, suddenly scored not once, but twice, in the space of 22 minutes. His emotional, disbelieving celebration is one of the most enduring images of the tournament. France had won 2-1 and were heading to their first ever World Cup final, and so we arrived at the grand finale on July 12, 1998, at the Stade de France. The hosts, France, against the reigning champions, Brazil. But the build-up was dominated by one story: the health of Brazil's superstar, Ronaldo. He reportedly suffered a convulsive fit just hours before the match. His name was initially left off the team sheet, then reinstated just before kickoff. But on the pitch, he was a shadow of himself, and Brazil looked completely disoriented. France, buoyed by a passionate home crowd, seized the opportunity. The man of the moment was Zinedine Zidane. Zizou, as he was known, had been sent off in the group stage and had a relatively quiet tournament by his standards. But in the final, he was transcendent. He rose to score 2 almost identical headers from corner kicks, one in the 27th minute and another just before halftime. Brazil had no answer. The French defense, marshaled by Marcel Desailly and Didier Deschamps, was a fortress. Even when Desailly was sent off in the 68th minute, France didn't falter. As the clock ticked down, with Brazil pushing forward, Emmanuel Petit broke away and scored a 3rd goal in stoppage time, sealing a historic 3-0 victory. The final whistle sparked scenes of pure pandemonium. France, a nation united, were champions of the world for the very first time on home soil. Captain Didier Deschamps lifted the trophy, and Zinedine Zidane became a national hero, his face projected onto the Arc de Triomphe. It was a victory for a multicultural team that represented a new, modern France. Croatia finished their incredible debut tournament by beating the Netherlands 2-1 in the 3rd-place playoff, with Davor Šuker securing the Golden Boot with his 6th goal. So there you have it, the story of France '98. A tournament of color, passion, iconic goals, and a fairy tale ending for the host nation. It was a World Cup that truly had it all. What are your favorite memories from this tournament? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.